Hi, I am Cindy Miller from Fuzzy Wuzzy Pups. I would like to take a few moments today and talk about how to find a good breeder. I will go over a list of questions you should ask the breeders when you're screening them. Take your time when screening breeders. Don't be in a rush and take lots of notes. Once you have screened the breeders, then go back through them and choose the puppy that you want that they may have available. Remember, you're making a commitment not only to your puppy, but also your breeder. You need to become very friendly with your breeder. You need to find somebody that you can trust and that will be there for you even after the adoption of the puppy. Question 1. How long has the breeder been breeding? You want to choose a breeder that's been breeding a minimum of 5 years. If not the particular breed, but at least has been breeding and has some experience under their belt. Question 2. How long have you been dealing with this particular breed? When looking at that part, you want to make sure they've been breeding that breed for a minimum of 3 years. There are lots of health issues that might come up later on in life, and they're not going to show up as a puppy. So you want to deal with a breeder that has litters out there that are 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, so they know if their lines have any health issues that can show up later on in life. And you know, not all health issues will show up at a year old or before they're a year old. Next question, number 3. How are your adults kept? Are they kept in the house? Are they kept in a kennel? Are they kept outside? You want to make sure that their adults are well cared for, loved on, and cherished. After all, they are a living, breathing creature. Not saying that a kennel is a bad thing, but you definitely want to make sure that they're spending time with their adults, not only the babies. Number 4, how many litters do their females have before being retired? You don't want to choose a breeder that just mass produces puppies out of each mom every heat cycle. You know, you want to make sure that their mom's health is their main priority and not a litter of puppies. In my personal opinion, you know, 4 litters should be good for one mom, tops 5. And that's at a very, very top. You know, I don't think they should even have that many, but you just never know. You know, they definitely should not be bred after the age of 6, 5 and a half, 6. Personally, I retire my moms about 4, and I don't start breeding them till about 18 months or so. So, you know, typically our moms have about 3 litters. Maybe 4, but never more than that. Question 5. At what age do they retire their females? Again, your females should be retired, you know, by the time they're 5 years old, tops 5 and a half. You really want to make sure that, you know, they're young enough to where they could go be somebody's little bed buddy. And with our adults being in the house, it actually allows them to be retired and, you know, go straight from our home into somebody else's. So, you know, if you are looking for an adult that's a retiree, please let me know, because we do have them available, you know, periodically. Question 6, what do they do with their retirees? You know, there are breeders out there that, you know, they're done breeding them, so they'll just put them to sleep. That's not a good thing. You know, you want to find a breeder that actually has rehomed some of their adults, so maybe you can talk to those puppy parents, and you know, you don't want to deal with a breeder that just gives them to a rescue, or that just puts them down. It's the breeder's responsibility to, you know, find them a home. Question 7. If you're dealing with purebreds, or even second generations in mixed breeds, you know, does the breeder line breed or inbreed? Line breeding is where you would breed, say, grandfather to granddaughter, or grandmother to grandson, or an aunt to a niece or to a nephew. Line breeding, that's line breeding. Inbreeding is where you'd breed father to daughter, mother to son, brother to sister. We don't believe in any of those here, but you need to make sure that the breeder that you're dealing with, if they do, and if they do that, you want to ask them why. You know, I personally don't recommend that. Number 8. What kind of congenital defects can be present in this breed? For the zuchon, shichon, teddy bear, fuzzy wuzzy, ragdolls, whatever you want to call this breed, they can have anything that's in the parent breed. Shih Tzus are known for the retina dysplasia. That is where the retina detached from the eyes. Bichons are known for tumors. So they can have either the retina dysplasia or the tumors or both. So that is something that you do need to be aware of in this breed. A lot of breeders will say, oh, it's a mixed breed, they're healthier. No, not true at all. They can have any issues that's in the parent breeds. We actually had a puppy develop a tumor on her ear a couple years ago, and you know, it was not cancerous and they had it taken off, but that is when we added tumors to our health warranty. Because we want our puppy parents to feel confident that we are there for them and to stand behind each and every puppy we produce. Question 9, you know, what steps is the breeder taking to decrease these defects that could possibly be in the parent breeds? You know, one of the ways that a breeder, as far as the shichons or zuchon, teddy bears, whatever you want to call them, goes, you know, like the retina dysplasia, you could actually have your adults tested for that prior to breeding to make sure they do not have that. And we do that. All of our dogs are surf tested, so they do not have, you know, the retinal dysplasia. And then also each of our dogs are health screened by our vet prior to breeding, so we know they don't have any tumors or anything like that there. But just because they don't have it doesn't mean it's not in their line. Unless we've had that line for several generations, which a lot of them we have, but that is just something to keep, you know, an eye on. And then if we did have a health issue that, you know, came up, we would definitely, you know, either take that dog out of the breeding program, and there's different steps that we do as far as that goes. So that's, you know, kind of what we do to decrease the defects. Does the breeder offer a written health contract? You really want a written health contract so you know what is covered, what is not covered, and there's no miscommunication later on. We personally offer a 5-year health warranty. Does the breeder require the puppy to be spayed or neutered? That's a biggie. You know, we actually neuter all our males before they go home. That actually reduces them being able to get the testicle cancer by like 99%. You want to have your female spayed by the time her second heat cycle comes, preferably the first heat cycle. If you can do that, her getting the breast cancers like taken out like by 85%. So there's no sense in having them, you know, have those organs if they're not going to be using them. And then you don't have to worry about any accidents either. And then also if you have a male neutered young, typically they will not hike their leg. You know, there's only probably about a 1% chance they'll still hike their leg and mark the territory. Another thing you can ask them is, you know, if they're a member of any clubs or organizations associated with the breed. Unfortunately, the zuchons, you know, doesn't have a parent club, but we do have a Fuzzy Wuzzy Puppy Club that we do belong to and are part of with our puppy parents. So, next question. Where are the puppies raised? Are they raised in a home? Are they raised in a kennel? You know, where are they raised? Are they raised outside? That's something that you really need to know. Next question. How do you socialize your puppies? That's a biggie. You know, socialization is one of the key forces for happy, healthy puppies. If you don't have a socialized puppy, then you don't have good puppies, because they're going to be afraid of you, they're going to be scared, they're not going to want to come to you. You know, all puppies develop at different stages, but by the time your puppy goes home, they should be outgoing and playful and so forth, and no puppy should leave until they start doing that. Personally, we actually take our puppies bye-bye, we carry them around, we, you know, spend a lot of time with them from the time they're born to the time they go home. Next question is number 15. Is or are they a professional breeder? A lot of people will say, oh yeah, I'm a professional breeder. But what makes them a professional breeder? What type of issues or what type of schooling have they had to become a professional breeder? You know, anybody that's a professional, they have schooling. You know, a doctor's a professional physician because he goes to school to become a doctor. A vet is a professional because they go to school to become a vet. Unfortunately, there's not any schooling for breeders, but breeders can take an initiative and find training courses that they could do for shots or pet CPR, you know, to express their knowledge and to get more knowledge. For instance, we actually, the state of Missouri, which I'm grateful that I live in, actually offers a University of Missouri Extension program for continuing education for the canine care workshop. So this is something that I attend every year. That way, you know, I get to talk to different vets and I get to talk to different people. I get to talk to, you know, other breeders and in a schooling environment. So that's one of the reasons why we consider ourselves a professional breeder, because we don't just stop with one little thing of breeding. There's a whole network of things that we do that makes us a professional. You know, we've been to this since 2006, 2005. Like 2004 was my first year, and this is my certificate for actually 2008. We went last year, 2009, and we went in 2010. So that's something that we do attend yearly, and then there's also other seminars that we go to as well. So that's what makes us a professional breeder. And also a professional breeder will stand behind what they produce. So there you go. What are the breeder's goals in breeding? You know, everybody should have a goal. Everybody should have something that they're looking for or toward. And we can kind of discuss that with you in person if you want to know what our goals in breeding are. Number 17, how do I promote socialization of the puppies? You know, there's several different ways that we can promote the socialization of puppies. You know, the common ways are to carry the puppies around, hold them, play with them, and just spend a lot of time with them. But there's other things that we do as well, so you can, you know, go ahead and feel free to talk to me about that in person or over the phone. And then the next question is, do they test the puppies' temperaments? Do they test the temperaments? Do they know how the puppies are and so forth? Again, that's something that we can talk to you over the phone or in person about. Next question, at what age can I pick up my puppy or visit to see my puppy? That's a big one. Personally, you know, we do welcome everybody to our home to pick up your baby when they're about 10 weeks old. Can you come visit the puppies? Yes, once they've had a minimum of 2 sets of shots. So you're looking at about 8.5 weeks, depending on the puppy. Any breeder that will let you come to their home or their facility to see a puppy, but prior to their 2 sets of shots, is not thinking of their puppies. There are too many dangerous health issues that you can go. If you're going from place to place, you can track parvo, you can track giardia. There are just way too many diseases out there that our puppies can get if we allow people to come in before they are 8.5 weeks old. In our professional opinion, any breeder that will allow you to come view their puppies before they're 8.5 weeks old is not thinking of their puppies. They're just thinking of their pocketbook and the money they can make. What a lot of puppy parents do not know is when you give a puppy a shot at, say, 7 weeks or 6.5 weeks, that shot does not actually go into effect for 7 to 10 days later. So they are not protected, and they need to have at least 2 sets of shots prior to somebody coming and viewing them and seeing them. So that's one of the reasons why we do videos. Another thing to look at is that breeders that just do videos but not actual pictures of their puppies. There's a reason why they don't want you to see the puppies just face first. You know, maybe they have a lot of eye white. maybe they look sad, I don't know, but you really want to deal with a breeder that does videos and photos. There's a great to see a puppy's personality, but you actually got to see the puppy too. A lot of breeders will do just the videos and do the little switcheroo where they'll send you the wrong puppy when you try to adopt one of them. They'll actually send you another one. So that's why you should really make sure that you see photos and that your puppy is microchipped and you get the microchip number prior to the puppy coming home. Another thing, what health screening has been done on the puppy and what shots and warmings have been done. That's something you need to talk to your breeder about. Like I said, our puppies generally have at least 4 sets of shots before they go home. Each of our puppies are, health screened by our vet, and then we do require you to take them to the vet when they get home, and then we have a sheet that you actually have your vet fill out and send back to us, so you got a healthy puppy, not only from our vet, but also from your vet. Even if you're buying a puppy locally, make sure they take that puppy to the vet and they get a health certificate. That health certificate's going to say if that puppy has anything wrong with it. And if you're buying locally, go to the vet with the breeder so you can ask the vet any questions that you may have. And even if you want to go to their breeder and have them go with you to a different, or go to their vet and then have you go to a different vet that does not even know them, that's a really great idea also. Last but not least, do they have any references that you can contact over a period of years? Again, a lot of health issues will not show up till later on. So you want to talk to some references from 2-3 years ago, not just 6 months ago or last week. You want to know how the puppies turn out when they're adults. That being said, we welcome you to visit fuzzywuzzypups.com to see the puppies we have available. We love to talk about our babies. We also welcome you to call us. And feel free to email me, give me a call. Take your time, do your research, and just know that you're making a lifetime commitment, and find a breeder that you can trust. That is the main thing. Get a good health warranty in writing. See photos and videos of your puppy that you're going to be buying or adopting, and also go see the puppies if you can. Don't deal with any breeder that will let you into their home or kennel or their facility prior to the puppy being 8.5 weeks. When you're dealing with toy breeds, they should not even go home till at least 10 weeks. Minimum 10 weeks. Don't go see them before 8.5. If they will let you see them before 8.5, do not buy from that breeder. All they're thinking about is your money. They're not thinking of that puppy at all. So, or their adults or anybody else. So that being said, I wish you the best of luck, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you, God bless, and make sure you visit fuzzywuzzypups.com for the most adorable Fuzzy Wuzzy babies you will ever see. Thanks. Bye-bye.